There was a good deal of discussion, it seems, about how to drop it with maximum results. One ingenious idea was to start a really spectacularly pretty flare above the target a few seconds before the bomb went off.
Why?
To make sure that everyone in Hiroshima was looking up.
Why?
To make sure they were all blinded.
Oh, God.
And I've been working on our version of the bloody thing for 4 years. What's a man to do?
Happened. There's nothing you can do.
I disagree. I ought not to have stopped Arthur Mountney from issuing his statement.
Wouldn't have done any good.
It might have stopped this. Well, anyway, I'm going into print now. You'd better know about it before the balloon goes up.
You've not sent this?
Not yet.
How many other people know you've written it?
Only Irene.
If this is published, it'll mean the end of your career.
Have you anything more to say before I send it?
Good deal. How will you live?
A decent scientist can always make some sort of a living.
Whatever trouble you get into?
It might not be a very good one, but I'll make ends meet.
How does Irene feel about that?
As a matter of fact, she wants me to do it. So much so that she didn't want me to see you, in case you changed my mind.
I agree with you in all that matters, but you're not making the best of your case.
I've been trying to suppress it, whatever I said.
Only allowed one dramatic gesture, you know.
That's no reason for not making it.
It's a hell of a reason for timing it so as to do some good. The fact is, we both happen to be in responsible positions.
This makes them intolerable.
You can't give them up overnight. The first priority for everyone's sake is to get through the next few years without another war.
How?
By not selling ourselves short. When we've got the bomb, people will listen to what we've got to say about it. I think you and I take too much responsibility on ourselves. That's certainly true about our personal relationships. Well, we might be better men if we didn't. But scientists as a class are presumptuous. They think that the conscience of the universe. You've no more guilt to carry about Hiroshima than anyone else.
Again, I disagree. In any case, I can make a more effective noise than most.
Yes, and most of it will revolve around your breaching of the Official Secrets Act. For his sake, don't go off at half-cock. Be patient. Just hold your horses until you can actually achieve something.
It'll be too late.
It's too late already. You can dissent till you're blue in the face. You can't change the fact the Americans have used the thing.
Then why wait?
Because if you build up credit, particularly if you and Luke deliver the British bomb, you'll be in a position to have an influence on how it's used in future. I'm talking about moral authority. You must be seen to be impeccable. Then, if a protest has to be made, if a martyr's needed, then you can speak out.
I don't see the difference.
The difference is that people will listen to you then. Because they'll respect you then. This will command no more attention than the cries of any other soapbox orator at Speaker's Corner. And it deserves less. Because you're being disloyal, as well as futile.
If you were sure this was the right thing to do, you'd have done it, wouldn't you?
I suppose so.
All I've done is to bring your doubts to the surface.
I'm not sure they're particularly admirable.
Well, what are they? Let's look at them together.
I'm not happy about the possible repercussions on Barford. I mean, after all we've been through there.
Well, I call that a highly responsible attitude.
Call it what you like. I know what I ought to do, and the fact is that what's preventing me from doing it is a fairly unattractive mixture of fears.
There's nothing very attractive about breaking one's word.
Very well. I shall just do nothing.
I'm sure that's the right thing. Aren't you going to talk to me tonight?
Could only make things worse.
What is all this?
Be better if we don't speak until Martin comes back.
No. Let's clear it up.
You've done him harm, haven't you? He's going to toe the line, isn't he? That can only be your doing.
Would you rather he ruined himself?
If that's what you call it.
Martin makes up his own mind.
Except where you're concerned. Oh, I don't fool myself that I have any influence on him worth a row of beans. I could never make him budge an inch on anything he cared about. You can. You've done it. I hope you'll be satisfied with what happens to him.
Better wait till we both calm down a bit.
Phooey to us, it's him I'm thinking about. Do you know, I'm beginning to wonder whether you understand him at all. Don't you like extravagant people?
Yes.
Unless it comes too close to home. He's extravagant. Have you never seen that? That's why he gets on with me.
Might be true.
He's capable of being really extravagant. Why did you stop him this time? He's capable of throwing the chains right off. I suppose you were capable of it once.
Neither of us is living in a vacuum.
I don't know what that means.
What Martin and I do affects a lot of people. Either he and I can act as though we were alone.
He could have done.
Not this time.
It would have been a glorious thing to do.
It would have been an empty gesture, sheer histrionics.
You stopped him doing what he wanted. I won't answer for the consequences. I should like to know what you expect from him now.
Just in time! Have you seen this?
We know. Must have been plutonium. The only point of dropping a second bomb would be for purposes of comparison.
God, you're a cold fish. If anyone had tried to defend the first bomb, I might just have listened to him. But if anyone dares to try and defend the second, I'll see him in hell before I listen to a single word.
I suppose it had to be dropped in a hurry.
Eric, you worked on the actual bombs, didn't you?
I had a fractional part in the hardware, yeah.
How do you feel about that now?
I haven't lost any sleep over it.
You damn well should have done it.
Why pick on him? We're all tarred with the same brush.
You speak for yourself.
It's no use bellyaching anymore. We've got to do something.
That's all very fine, but what?
It stands out a mile. We've got to make a few of these damn things ourselves. We've got to finish the job. It's the only way we'll get a say in what the politicians and the military do with our work.
Yes, that's...
Mind you may have to get me out of clink, Lewis.
Why is that?
Because if we don't get the money to go ahead, and I don't mean next month, I don't mean tomorrow, I mean now, I am going to stump the country telling them just what they're in for.
Well, what is it?
A new phase in world politics. If you old men don't let us in on the ground floor, there are just two things that can happen to this country. The best is that we'll fade out and become a slightly superior Spain. And the worst is that we'll get wiped out like a bunch of fuzzy wuzzies.
When you see what the world's like, will that really matter so much?
It would matter to me. All right. Today, I know. It seems as though any hope of a little decency in the world has been wiped out for good. All I can say is that if we're going to get it back, then first this country must have a bit of power.
How much time do you need?
That depends on the obstacles you put in our path. What do you say, Martin?
Sorry?
How long do we need to catch up on the Yanks?
2 years at best. More like 3, allowing for an average installment of bad luck.
I never allow for bad luck.
You never have. And look at the result.
My dear Elliot, very, very good of you to join us. You are no Major Darling, I think.
Commonly known as Captain Hook.
Yeah. Time enough for nursery jokes later. This is a nasty one.
One of your scientists has been giving us away to the Russians. Chap who's just come back from Canada. Well, they're going to put him inside soon, but it's a bit like locking the stable door after the horse is bolted.
Who?
Now, forget the name. One of your Cambridge coterie.
Dr. Armstrong.
Charles Armstrong has at no time been employed at Barford.
I advise you not to throw your hat in the air just yet.
We're waiting for at least one other.
Why waiting?
We don't have a case against him that will stand up in court. Yet.
I sometimes incline to the view that we're altogether too soft in this country. Any other country in the world would give short shrift to a spy. I sometimes think we shall go under just because we put too high a price on justice.
It's our young friend, Sawbridge.
You got anything definite against the poor devil yet?
Well, my people know that he's been passing on classified information.
How do they know?
I say, steady on, old chap.
Is he English?
English as you are.
I can't understand it. I don't want to set up as better than anyone else, and I can understand most things at a pinch. I expect we've all thought of murder, haven't we? As for rape, anything else you care to think of. I can conceive of circumstances under which I could commit every other crime in the calendar. But betraying my country, I couldn't do that.
Do you know anything about Sawbridge that I don't?
Not a thing.
Since the accident, he's been about as rabid as Friar Tuck.
What does that prove?
All right. He might have gone underground. How do you know that I haven't? How do I know that you haven't? Both of you. God knows we were tempted enough 10 years ago.
This isn't getting us very far.
Do you think you're getting us very far? Now you want me to get rid of my best radio chemist. You know the delays that'll mean when we run in someone else? I don't even like Sawbridge much. He's not my cup of tea as a chap. But he's been with us from the start. He's entitled to his rights.
We've got to balance his rights against the danger.
You've not given me one single piece of evidence that he's got anything to do with these security leaks.
I'm not concerned with them.
They're rumours in any case.
I'm saying something different and much more simple. For the purpose of anyone running Barford, the world has divided itself into two. Sawbridge is a communist. He belongs to the other half. If we keep him at Barford, it may do the place finite harm.
Well, I'd say that was an accurate analysis. I mean, I don't like it.
Well, I won't have it. I have told you already, I am not prepared to throw out Sawbridge because a lot of old women like Captain Hook are seeing bogies.
In that case, I shall send you my views on paper.
Damn it, man, we've talked it out. I don't want any bump.
I'm sorry, but I want to have it on the record. The trouble is, we're not likely to agree. How's it coming out, Eric?
80% reliable.
Pretty. Good night.
Good night.
The mid-morning train from the West Country brings atomic scientist Charles Armstrong to London and the courtroom of the old bet. Armstrong, recently returned from Canada, is a leading figure in the development of the Allied atomic bomb. He has now confessed to passing top-secret scientific information to the Russians. His trial is being followed anxiously by the world's press. Was Armstrong working alone, or are there other Soviet spies as yet uncovered? In America, as well as Britain, the hunt is now on.
What's the next move?
I'm a bit stumped, to be frank. I had hoped first to satisfy myself about some of your other colleagues, and second, to get some help in proving my case against Sawbridge. All I found is that people here are shocked by the Armstrong business and too confused and angry to want to discuss it.
What do you expect us to do?
Cooperate. Sawbridge is responsible for the worst passage of information yet.
We know what's gone over, and it's virtually everything to which he'd had access.
I could strangle the bastard.
If our people are killed by a Russian bomb, it'll be his fault.
Now, the trouble is, we can't prove anything without disclosing our sources. And we may need to use them again. No, the only way is to break him down.
You've tried?
We would have been very remiss if we hadn't.
Without any result.
He's a tough one.
Well, what does he say?
He just denies it flatly and laughs at us.
How long can he keep that up?
Well, bugger that for a game of soldiers. The first thing is to get him out of the lab before we shut up shop tonight.
I'm not sure that's right.
Have you another suggestion, Dr. Alley?
I suggest, sir, that the sensible thing would be to leave him exactly where he is.
Oh, with great respect. I wonder whether that might not be the wisest course.
I won't have him in my lab a day longer.
How would you prevent him getting away with your latest stuff?
That can be taken care of, sir.
If we move him, we'll have to make some excuse. And if he isn't rattled, he might insist on a very good one.
Yeah, how in God's name do you expect us to work with a man we can't even speak in front of?
If we leave him where he is, he'll be under my eyes.
You'd prefer that?
I should very much prefer that, sir.
To be honest, I feel quite morally giddy.
It's a condition to which scientists are peculiarly prone, I've noticed.
There aren't any easy solutions. Otherwise, we should all take them.
It'd be all right if one were a communist or an unqualified pacifist. For the rest of us, what's the choice? You can either retire and leave your country defenseless, or you create a weapon which destroys men, women, and children in their tens of thousands. What's a man to do?
I don't think we've got any option.
Dr. Elliott's right.
Intellectually, I grant that. I can't bring myself to accept responsibility for it.
Then you won't object to Dr. Elliott taking temporary charge at Bath. Until we see how serious Luke's relapse is.
Martin? No, of course not.
I hope you didn't have too bad a drive down through this fog.
No, not too bad.
Martin's in London.
Yes, I know. I came down to see Walter. As a matter of fact, I wanted a private word with you first.
Well, you better come through if you don't mind nursery tea. Say hello to your Uncle Louis, Louis.
Hello.
I wouldn't shake hands if I were you.
Quite.
God, you're a revolting sight. How is Walter? The doctors are being a bit mysterious about it. I'm afraid it sounds very much like an after effect of his accident. That's a bit better.
It was Martin I wanted to talk to you about, as a matter of fact.
He's busy as a beaver, rushing up and down to see the powers that are and chairing committees all over the place, as well as minding the shop.
Sounds as though you're enjoying it.
Well, of course, it's awful that Walter had to get ill for Martin to be given his chance, but...
5 minutes ago, you were abusing me roundly for stopping and wrecking his career.
Oh, that? It's a bit different now the old boy's getting on.
Isn't that a bit inconsistent?
Totally. I told you we were extravagant. There we are. Let's get you a cup of tea. I love the fog, don't you? Best thing about Bayswater, in my autumn childhood days. It used to transform those high, shabby, genteel houses. I'd steal out into it, hug it round me like a cloak and be whoever I wanted to be.
And who are you pretending to be now? The free woman who has settled down to enjoy the blessings of bourgeois life?
I'm not sure. It is a pretense. I think I got to the age when I'm not unwilling to give up racketing around and heave a sigh and put my feet up. If only your namesake had let me.
Are you happy with what Martin's doing?
What about?
Well, he's spying on Sawbridge, isn't he?
Sawbridge is a spy, isn't he?
All the same,
You stopped Martin doing what he wanted to. I told you then I wouldn't answer for the consequences.
Nora,
Louis,
this is serious, isn't it?
the worst possibility is cancer. It all depends whether this flare-up is caused by the gamma rays, or whether it's traces of plutonium that have stayed inside him and gone for the burn.
How many other people know?
Most people here. Why do you ask?
Just that I've noticed how many people hide any mention of cancer.
He wouldn't have any patience for that. Nor should I.
Who's nursing him?
Mrs. Drawbell. She's better at it than I am. I suppose if he's knocked out for years, I shall have some practice. As a matter of fact, if I've got him on his back for keeps, I should be grateful. As long as I've got him.
Hello, Walter.
I shall be surprised if they're going to finish me off this time. I don't put the carcinoma theory higher than a 20% chance.
Congratulations on your election to the Royal Society. If you wouldn't mind, Mr. T. Thank you.
That's the only thing that really frightens me. When the old men give you your ticket a year or two early, You wonder whether they're hurrying to get in before the funeral.
I haven't heard any whispers about that.
That's a relief. The trouble with people trying to dispose of you like this is that it gives you time to think. I couldn't help being a scientist, could I? If I had my time over again, I'd do the same. But none of us is going to be easy about that blasted bomb. But what else could we do? You know the whole story. What else could chaps like me do?
Once heard Hector Rose say that events get too big for men.
Did he, by Jove? Perhaps he's not such a stuffed shirt after all. Of course events get too big for us. We just have to act as though they don't. Curiously enough, the moment you think these things aren't going to be your concern much longer, you think, how could I have made a difference? I've been lowering my sights, Lewis. All I want is for us to get through the next 20 years without any of us dropping the bomb on each other. I think if we struggle on day by day, inch by inch, we can just about do that. I've got to get the bomb produced. I've got to make the military understand what they can and cannot do with it. I shall have some fights on my hands, both inside this place and outside it. But I really do believe I can do it. 20 years of peace would give us all a chance. Won't be good for my soul, will it?
Why not?
I like power too much. I'm just discovering that. Remember I once told you I never had enough time for fun?
Yes.
If I die now, I should go out cursing that.
Plutonium.
How much?
Not much. I suppose it's worth a few £100,000. Touch it, it's quite safe.
It's warm. I feel as if I've been made a present of a Proustian moment.
Are you all right?
Quite. I just feel extraordinarily happy for some reason.
Yes, indeed. I congratulate you, Dr. Owen. Fine achievement.
Walter Luke did all the groundwork. But you must come and see him.
No. I'm not proud of it, but I have a morbid horror of cancer. I'll write to him. When do you expect him back in harness?
We just don't know.
He may never come back, you know.
I think he will.
Mark you, the thing about a team is that no one member is indispensable. If anyone goes down, there's always a better man behind to take his place. You can carry on.
There is a problem.
I don't see it. By all accounts, you've been doing splendidly. And you've just this minute demonstrated that you can deliver the goods.
It would ease my mind if I could explain a little what I mean.
Very well, then.
I'm sorry to press this, but I couldn't let myself be responsible for another Sawbridge.
God forbid.
Was there any evidence of another?
None that I know of. But if we can't touch this man, it's not impossible that someone else will follow his example.
Well, it's not impossible.
No. I'm bound to say, not exactly our fault. We haven't touched her present colleague.
I have a view on that.
We want to hear it.
Everything I say here is privileged?
Well, within these four walls.
I think there's a chance that Sawbridge can be broken down. It could only be done by someone who knows him.
Who?
I'm ready to try. In fact, if you want me to run the place...
Till Luke recovers, merely.
Till Luke recovers, I don't see any alternative. I can't accept the responsibility if the situation's left as it is.
There are a great many disadvantages and no advantages to put against them against scientists becoming mixed up in police work, even now.
In the long term, I think that's right, but there are times when one can't think in the long term. This is one of them. No one else can make this man confess.
There's no proof that you can.
I may fail, but that's no reason for me not to try.
Well, I've gone so far, I suppose someone was bound to go the whole distance.
I ought to say that Luke and I haven't been in complete agreement on this. I proposed easing Sawbridge out last summer.
I take it Luke resisted.
I felt sufficiently strongly about it to put it on the file.
I see. Well, Dr. Elliot, you must put us straight.
You know how the Canadian stuff was given away?
No more than you do.
Well, you knew Charlie Armstrong, didn't you?
No more than you did.
You were in a different ring, were you?
The word is cell, and I've never admitted to being in one, have I?
You remember we chose the wrong solvent for the plutonium?
While we were waiting for the rods to cool.
And then a good deal later we changed our minds.
Yes.
Only Luke and you and I knew about the first solvent.
Very likely.
The Russians know.
If you say so.
I didn't tell them. Luke didn't tell them.
Well, I say I didn't.
By the end of 1941, you believed that this country, or America, would have the fission bomb in 3 to 4 years.
We all did.
And when did you begin to think of the political consequences?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, weren't you worried that the West might have the bomb when the Soviet Union didn't?
I thought if we'd seen that thing might work, then the Soviet physicists must have done the same.
But you didn't know?
Do you think we're that much better than them?
No. But there were more of us.
Anyway, you thought they ought to know what we were doing.
I thought it was wrong to keep secrets from our allies, if that's what you mean.
You thought it your duty to keep them informed.
I thought it was the government's duty.
I quite like him myself, you know.
You're in a minority.
Come to trying to understand him, I suppose. Can't say I've succeeded. Do you know, at the very time he was giving stuff away, he was working like the devil for the success of Barford. Most of these scientific spies have made a real contribution to the stuff they stole. It beats me.
Science has its own imperatives.
Come again?
If you're working on a problem, you can't help but crave for it to come out. As a scientist, your first loyalty is to yourself, or truth if you want to be pompous. I suppose you've kept notebooks about your work at Barford.
Yes.
We shall want them.
I shall want them when I go back.
What makes you think you're going back?
It'll delay the project if I don't. Perhaps even wreck it.
You should have thought of that before.
I've thought of it more than you've given me credit for.
After you made the first contact
I've not admitted that.
After you made the first contact, or before?
I've thought about it all along. All along. I just... No, I'm not saying any more.
It's a bugger, isn't it? You don't see the Soviet Union as a nation opposed to other nations, do you? To you, it's the living embodiment of an ideal, and your commitment to that overrides all others. The theory's crystal clear. I don't suppose you thought twice about it until you'd acted on it, did you? Things never seem to work out quite the way we mean them to, do they? You see, you haven't just betrayed your country. You haven't just betrayed your job. You've set yourself apart from the only friends you have. You are, finally, alone.
How long will he get?
The same as Armstrong.
10 years.
Thereabouts.
It's a long time for a young man.
We've got to do it.
I suppose, in the circumstances, it is the best solution. Of course, there will be a good many awkward questions.
Well, let's hope it'll encourage the others.
There mustn't be any others.
We've got a lot to thank you for.
It's been a real contribution. We're very grateful. Many, many congratulations.
You'll be sitting pretty at Barford now.
Thank you, Major Darling.
At least, you should be. If there's any justice, after what you've done, none of my business, of course.
Quite. However, since the matter has been raised, you will appreciate that there are different views on how to run the place and who would do it, particularly in view of Luke's continuing ill health. We're not yet in a position to arrive at a decision, but I think I can go so far as to say that whatever arrangement we make will not be to your disadvantage.
I didn't expect this.
Did you not? I find that improbably naive. However, I mustn't detain you further. Rest assured, we'll be in touch as soon as our thinking's clarified.
Oh, then, good night.
No, I want to work with you.
I'm sure we shall both regret it.
Can't help that.
I think you ought to leave it alone now.
How?
Have nothing more to do with the Sawbridge affair.
I can't do that.
What all you expected from it?
What did I expect from it?
Credit.
You think that's all?
Well, you wouldn't have done it if you hadn't seen your chance.
Well, that may be true. I should also say that I can see the logic of the situation, which others won't recognize, including you.
I distrust seeing the logic of the situation is very much to your own advantage.
Are you in a position to speak?
Look, I've done bad things, but I don't think I could have done some of the things you've done. Well, I take it the damage he's done is smaller than outsiders will believe.
Much smaller.
All the more reason to leave it alone now.
I don't agree.
It can only do you harm.
What kind of harm?
Well, you can't harden yourself by an act of will. You'll only suffer for it.
You say that to me.
It was bad enough to volunteer to break Sawbridge down to further your own ambitions. But to have planned to do so by recording your dissent from a generous mistake of Luke's, and then to cash in it when he was ill. If I'd have done that, I couldn't live with myself.
I never had much feeling for Luke.
And you're even colder than I thought you were.
I had your example to warn me off the opposite.
You didn't need any warning.
I admit that you're a man of strong feeling for people, that is. I've had the example of how much harm that's done. You've forgotten how to act. Friends, personal relations, you've spent yourself over them. That's your form of self-indulgence. It's no use.
You're so self-centered that no one else matters to you. Not a friend, not your wife, not even your son. You'd sacrifice any one of them for your next move. You've been a failure for so long, there's not a glimmer of warmth left in you.
Why do you think I want this job?
What will you do with it after the way that you've got it? Are you just look upon human existence as a problem in logistics? You don't have friends. You have colleagues. Is that going to be true of them all? You'll turn on anyone if you can see any advantage in it. In the long run, you have no loyalty.
Who have you expected me to be loyal to? To you? You made it too difficult. Or you appear to be unselfish, but what you want from anyone you're fond of is in the last resort your own self-glorification.
I have wanted a good deal for you.
No, you've wanted a good deal for yourself.
Apart from Luke's health, our masters feel that the Sawbridge affair does leave a question mark over his judgment.
Luke's a splendid scientist.
The question is, does Barford really need a splendid scientist at the top? I'm thinking aloud. Isn't what we need someone who'll see that the place runs smoothly just at present?
It's always dangerous to be frightened of the first rate.
I much admire your objectivity, my dear Elliot. It's all the more remarkable in view of the fact that your brother is the only other serious contender for the post.
It's probably as good as they come if all you want is an administrator.
Administrators, of course, being a very lowly form of life.
How about that?
No, it's no matter. I fancy he'll do rather better than you give him credit for.
Between him and Luke, it's no contest.
But isn't it in Luke's own best interest to ask him to take a strain like this?
Well, surely that's for him to decide.
I'd like to think so. Leaving aside the matter whether it's fair to him, is it responsible of us to place a man in a position of having to pass judgment on himself?
Giving you my best advice.
Ask Dr. Elliot to come in, would you? I appreciate that. Thank you. And believe me, my dear Elliot, I am loath, as usual, to ignore it. Nonetheless, in this instance, on balance, I fear I must. And to pray. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Sorry to have kept you. Please. We've concluded our deliberations at long last. We want you to take on the post of acting superintendent at Barford. Acting only in the sense that you report to a supervisory committee.
It's an honor. May I have a few days to think it over?
We should be very happy to see you installed there.
Perhaps I could give an answer by the end of the week.
Of course.
I see your old flame Edgar Hankins is getting married at last.
I could stop it. I could still have everything I wanted 10 years ago. Why shouldn't I?
I don't know. But you won't.
You're positive. You're right. I never knew where I was with the H. Never knew if he needed me. Mind you, Martin doesn't need me. He could get on without me or anyone else. But he wants me. He always has. I never had that much faith anyone would until he came along.
It's difficult to believe you suffering from diffidence.
People who know they're attractive don't have to keep putting it to the test. I hope I won't be a drag on Martin in this new game. You know, of course, about the offer he had last week.
Yes.
You know he expected it before it came.
He's been working for it hard enough.
At first he was excited that the job was coming his way. He was lively, active, restless, with high spirits. I remember he talked to your namesake once.
It'll give you a good start.
Talked to him as if they were both adults.
You'll be able to build on
And he
it.
was letting himself boast. In the next few days I felt a change. I let his moods run. I didn't dare try to penetrate them. He didn't ask my advice. But occasionally he spoke of the advantages of being the head of Barford, of the entertaining I could do there. Occasionally, too, he spoke of some disadvantages, as though he were laughing them off. He wouldn't talk about them. He didn't need to. I hadn't forgotten that letter you stopped him sending. Then a couple of days ago, he suddenly came out with it.
The head of Barford's just as much a part of the machine as any of the others. If I take the job, I shan't have the trouble of thinking for myself again.
I knew then that he would never take it.
Well, what do you think he intends to do instead?
I don't know. He's been sounding out your old college about the chances of going back to pure science. It'd be funny for him not having any power. He's going into dimness, isn't he? He won't make much of it.
Well, they say he hasn't got quite the talent.
It'll be difficult for him to lead a dim life, having had a taste of something different.
I suppose you're glad about it.
What makes you say that?
Well, he wanted him to make his protest. I suppose this is the next best thing.
No, I'm not cut out for this. I'm a sprinter. I could have stood a major row. Would have given my life a purpose. I should have been of more use to him than any of you.
Yes, I believe you would.
It isn't often that you pay me a compliment.
It was meant.
Thank you. But you mustn't give me too much credit. I shouldn't have worried if Martin had become the boss at Barford. I should have enjoyed the fla-fla. Why is he doing it?
I wish I could tell you that.
Do you think he's just trying to be a good man?
Well, I should like to believe that.
You think he's got another motive, don't you?
We usually have.
You think he's doing it to take it out on me. To show me that things have changed since he married me and that he holds the whip hand now. Oh, you're wrong. If he's reacting against anyone, it isn't me. You won't be able to influence him now, will you?
My dear Elliot, kept us on tenterhooks to the 11th hour, huh? Oh, you clearly share the family sense of drama. I very much hope that your answer's favourable.
I'm afraid not. In fact, I've decided to resign from Barford altogether.
One is, of course, not unaccustomed to seeing men go to extreme lengths to get a job, and then agonizing over whether or not they can accept it. In such circumstances, I'm bound to say you're the first I've known to go so far as to refuse. Well, I'm sorry. I think you're much mistaken, but I won't insult you by attempting to prevail upon you to change your mind.
It's a change from last time.
Yes.
Since then, I haven't found a place to stand. Until today.
I hope I haven't made it harder for you.
You can see too much in personal causes. Motives aren't as important to me as they are to you. I'm more concerned with what one does.
Well, you've done some contradictory things. Well, that row we had about what you did to Sawbridge.
As far as I can answer for myself at all, that hasn't affected this decision one way or the other. I'm not clever enough to have dissimulated all along. I was after the top job. Until recently, I consciously intended to take it. That's why for months, like many men on both sides of the Great Divide, I acted with the cynicism of self-preservation. Some of us have been too delicate about personal relations. People matter. Relations between them don't matter much. Lewis, that night I broke Sawbridge down, you said some true things.
You also?
I am colder-hearted than you. I care much less for the people around me. Unless you're a Sawbridge, there is no clear-cut way. You either have to retire, like me, or struggle on, as Luke is doing, taking your share of what's been done, of what might still be done, and hoping you'll come out at the end of the tunnel. For a warm-hearted man, perhaps that's the only way. You can't compromise. If you accept the bomb and all its dreadful capabilities, the secrets, the fighting point of power, you must accept the consequences. You must face Sawbridge with an equal will. You're living in a power equilibrium. There's no place for the relics of liberal humanism.
I completely disagree.
You mean you can't find a compromise, but your personal ties make you keep trying for one. That's why you leave it to worse men to take the other way. Sometimes it's only the cold who can be effective.